They say money can't buy taste. Rolls-Royce would politely disagree. Before we count down to the most extraordinary automobile ever commissioned by human hands, we begin with the one that started it all, the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Not just a car, a declaration. When you arrive in a Phantom, you are not simply transported from one place to another, you are announced. The Phantom has been the choice of royalty, heads of state, and the world's most discerning billionaires for over a century. But in its bespoke configuration, it transcends even its own legendary status. Every surface, every stitch, every millimeter of this machine is tailored exclusively to one person: you. The gallery, that breathtaking expanse of glass behind the dashboard, can be filled with anything the client desires. Rare butterflies suspended in time, a recreation of the ocean floor, a constellation of real diamonds. The 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12 produces 563 horsepower and an almost violent 900 Newton-meters of torque. Yet from inside, you hear virtually nothing. Because in a Phantom bespoke, the only thing louder than the engine is the statement it makes. And we are just getting started. What if a billionaire didn't want to be seen? What if they wanted the world to feel them before they arrived? Welcome to the Ghost Black Badge, Rolls-Royce's answer to those who find standard luxury far too obvious. This is not the Ghost your grandfather would have been chauffeur-driven in. This is its sinister, more powerful, more provocative alter ego. Every chrome element has been replaced with darkened, almost blackout treatments. The spirit of ecstasy is blacked out. The wheels are darkened. Even the iconic Rolls-Royce badge is subdued. But make no mistake, this restraint costs. The Black Badge designation means Rolls-Royce's engineers have gone further, deeper into performance territory. The twin-turbocharged V12 is tuned to produce 600 horsepower, a full 29 horses more than the standard Ghost. The transmission has been retuned for sharper responses. The suspension is tighter. The steering is more direct. Starting price: $400,000 to $600,000. This is not a car that merely carries you. It moves with intent, with purpose, with attitude. The Ghost Black Badge tells the world you chose power without the performance. And that subtlety? That's the rarest luxury of all. Number 3. Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. In 1906, a car was born that Motor Magazine would call, and I quote, "the best car in the world." 117 years later, no one has seriously disputed that claim. The Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, the car that didn't just start a legacy, it invented one. When Charles Rolls and Henry Royce unveiled this masterpiece at the turn of the 20th century, the world had never seen engineering executed with such obsessive perfection. The original Silver Ghost, a single car, chassis 60551, completed a 14,000-mile reliability trial in 1907 without a single involuntary stop. Not one. It ran continuously for 15,000 miles and was then stripped, inspected, and the total repair bill came to just £2, 2 shillings. The motoring world was stunned. Today, original Silver Ghosts are among the most coveted automobiles on the planet. When one comes to auction, billionaires circle. The 2021 Bonhams auction saw examples cross the block for figures approaching, and sometimes exceeding, $35 million. These are not cars. They are rolling museums, movable monuments to an era when perfection was not a goal, but a standard. Everything you will see on this list exists because of the Silver Ghost. Remember that. Number 5. Rolls-Royce Spectre. For over a century, Rolls-Royce powered its cars with combustion. Then they looked at the future, and they decided the future should be quieter. Meet the Rolls-Royce Spectre, the marque's first fully electric vehicle, and the world's most refined, most opulent, most beautifully conceived electric car in history. They didn't build an EV. They built a Rolls-Royce that happens to be electric. The difference is everything. Two electric motors produce a combined 577 horsepower, launching this 2.9-ton coupe to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds, in near total silence. Zero engine noise. The spirit of ecstasy still rides at the prow. The coach doors still open the wrong way, the right way by Rolls-Royce standards, and inside, absolute silence has become a feature, not a byproduct. The body panels are designed using computational fluid dynamics, giving the Spectre the lowest drag coefficient of any Rolls-Royce ever made. Over 23,000 data points of simulated engineering went into every surface. The result is a coupe of almost supernatural grace, as if the car itself is gliding rather than driving. The Spectre is proof that luxury doesn't need to make noise. Sometimes, the most powerful statement is absolute silence. Number 6. Rolls-Royce Dawn Silver Bullet. 44 cars, that is all Rolls-Royce built. 44 people in the entire world own this car. Are you one of them? The Rolls-Royce Dawn Silver Bullet is a collector's piece disguised as a convertible. Released as a limited run of just 44 examples, one for each year between the original Silver Shadow Cabriolet and the modern Dawn, this is one of the most exclusive drop-top automobiles in automotive history. Finished exclusively in a shade called Brewster Silver, a metallic paint that took months to develop and that shimmers differently depending on the angle of sunlight, the Silver Bullet is a study in sculptural perfection. The interior is rendered in matching silver leather and polished aluminum. The aero cowling, a tonneau cover that rises dramatically above the rear seats, is reminiscent of pre-war racing machines. The 675-liter V12 beneath that long sculptural bonnet delivers all the power you'd expect, paired with a fabric roof that opens and closes in just 22 seconds. But most Silver Bullet owners, sources confirm, rarely fold the roof at all. They drive with it down, always, to ensure the world sees what they are driving. 44 cars, 44 billionaires, and not one of them considers themselves lucky to have one. They consider it inevitable. Number 7. Rolls-Royce Swept Tail. $13 million. One car, zero compromises. And the client? We don't know his name. Rolls-Royce will never tell us. The Rolls-Royce Swept Tail was, at the time of its unveiling in 2017, the most expensive new car ever sold. Commissioned by an anonymous collector who requested a vehicle inspired by the elegant sweep of classic sailing yachts and vintage single-engine aircraft, it took 4 years to build. And the result is unlike anything that has ever worn the spirit of ecstasy. The roofline sweeps dramatically to a single point at the rear, a design language borrowed directly from bespoke yacht design. The panoramic sunroof is the largest ever placed in a Rolls-Royce. The interior was created entirely from scratch. Handcrafted rose gold details, a retractable champagne flute holder machined from a solid block of aluminum, and a bespoke briefcase mounting system built directly into the rear console. Rolls-Royce spent over 10,000 hours crafting the swept tail by hand. The exterior paint required months to perfect. The rear, a tapering, tapered edge that ends the car like a sentence, contains hidden detail work visible only at certain angles in certain light. Because the client wanted to discover something new every time he looked at his car. $13 million. But the Sweptail is not expensive. It is priceless. Because there is only one on Earth, and it belongs to someone who chose not to be known. Number 8. Rolls-Royce Droptail. Rolls-Royce made four, and before they were finished, every single one was already spoken for. $28 million each before they existed. The Rolls-Royce Droptail is the coach-building project that redefined what a luxury automobile can be in the 21st century. Part of the Rolls-Royce Coach Build program, which sits above even the bespoke division, the Droptail is not configured, it is created. 4 distinct commissions, 4 utterly unique motor cars, 4 clients wealthy enough and connected enough to have earned the right simply to ask. Each Droptail takes a roadster silhouette, long bonnet, open top, minimal rear, and interprets it through the individual vision of its commissioner. The Amethyst Droptail, unveiled in 2023, features over 1,700 individual pieces of amethyst gemstone inlaid into the bodywork and interior. The Rose Gold Droptail uses an exclusive new paint formula incorporating actual rose gold particles. The engine, a twin turbocharged V12 producing over 600 horsepower, sits beneath a bonnet so long and so gracefully proportioned it recalls the great pre-war roadsters of Bugatti and Delahaye. But this is not nostalgia. This is reinvention. This is what happens when the world's most skilled craftspeople are given unlimited budget and no deadline except perfection. $28 million. And the waiting list for the next commission? Already forming.